Dateline, a beach. Care to go out and enjoy some summer fun? Look at all these lovely guys and gals. Hang 10, dude. Yes, it truly is an amazing time to be in America. Unless you're a video game player. In which case, it's awful. If you're like me and you play every new game the day it comes out, right now sucks. I've played nearly every game the PlayStation Store has on offer, and the only thing left are quirkily animated indie titles, and I swear to God, if I play one more of those fucking things, I'm gonna stab myself in the ear with a Marlin spike. Except for you, Don't Starve. I'll always love you, baby. And I'm not going out there to try that summer fun everybody's talking about, because it's not summer fun weather where I live. It's asphalt melting weather. It's old people are dying weather. And if you think either of those things are fun, you need Jesus. So I'm gonna do something really stupid. I'm gonna do a dangerous drug. Not heroin or meth, those are child's play. I'm gonna do nostalgia. I know what you're thinking to yourself, nostalgia's not dangerous, it's good to know where you came from. Wrong. One minute you're playing a classic video game, the next thing you know you've gone down a space-time rabbit hole of shame, poor fashion choices, and horrible music. No, we're not even doing that for a joke. So what exactly am I gonna shoot up with?
Resident Evil 2.
That's right, Resident Evil 2. And don't worry, this is not gonna be one of those videos where I just go, oh my God, do you remember this game? I remember this game. Wasn't it great? Remember that part where we shot things? Ooh, subscribe. Annotations. I'm not doing that, I promise. What I wanna talk about can be summed up in one title card. Player-controlled dynamic camera is an extremely important part of any number of modern games, and it's not going anywhere, nor should it. Nor should the first-person camera. They're old standbys, they're necessities, but I feel like camera, in all of its iterations, is less of a consideration these days. Like, nobody even knows it's there till it breaks, then it's an all bets are off fuck you with-on of hatred. I mean, I've even done it. Goddamn camera! Talk of what the camera was supposed to do or be was once a more prominent part of game critiquing, not the aforementioned it better be good or else given that it is now. Especially in the early days of 3D gaming, when developers were grappling with the whole concept of how to position and control a camera in a 3D space. One of the most interesting ways to get around both the technological limitations and what the fuck are we doing design realities of the early and mid-90s was the fixed camera. Used first and to great effect in Alone in the Dark, a game that Resident Evil owes a lot to. A lot. Like, nearly everything. Alone in the Dark was not only the first 3D survival horror game, but the first survival horror game, period. It had pre-rendered backgrounds that framed a 3D polygonal protagonist who had to survive against many super scary monsters using limited resources. A sense of your character's weakness and inferiority to the world around you permeated the game. This creepy camera angle literally makes you small. And look at the main character. He's not exactly a fucking badass. You can tell by his mustache. It's not a Chuck Norris kicking ass in Vietnam mustache. It's not even a fucking Ron Swanson mustache. It's a Dapper Dan man at best. Actually, speaking of the mustache, I think it's the only thing that Resident Evil didn't rip off, goddammit. And of course, it's camera. That gave you a limited view of your surroundings and made you hesitate more than you would if you could simply spin the camera to see around a corner. It also allowed for some really awesome cinematic shots, which was a new and pretty exciting thing at the time. Additionally, it was an extremely elegant way to deal with the aforementioned technological limitations. Can't fit that many polygons on screen at once, dump them all into the characters and use a pre-rendered still image as a background. Alright, we're gonna skip ahead to RE2 because, well, that's what I have footage of. Check out this camera angle, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Just after seeing a glimpse of the liquor for the first time, you enter this hallway, and this is all you see. What does this camera angle accomplish? Well, one, you just saw a monster coming this way, you don't know what it is, and now you can't see down the hallway in its direction. You can't see much of anything. It's also reminding you of how utterly feeble you are. How just this thin pane of glass stands between you and the zombie horde you just ran through to get to the safety of the police station in which you find yourself. And it looks awesome. I mean, that's just a well-framed shot, I don't care who you are. It's a subtle storytelling touch from the game designers, as opposed to a push, like a cutscene or a QuickTime event. It quietly whispers the situation you're in, as opposed to just yelling, hey, you, fuckface, yeah, you, tap square, tap it, there's a boulder, faster, you're not tapping square fast enough, and bam, you're squished, because you tap square like a bitch. So the whole reason I brought all this up is because I feel like the camera these days should be given more consideration than something that orbits around the main character or is just stuffed into their face. Dramatic angles and unique camera uses aren't just for cutscenes or QuickTime events, and just imagine what could be done with a modern video game that utilizes fixed camera positions. I mean, everybody loves the Resident Evil remake for GameCube, and it used fixed camera positions with pre-rendered backgrounds to completely change the experience of Resident Evil without changing anything about Resident Evil. Even a cursory Google search will reveal that there are a number of games out there that qualify as fixed camera, but that's stuff like God of War 3. I mean, yeah, it zooms in and out to a specific area, and it's cinematic as fuck, I totally dig it, but it's fucking moving. It can't be a fixed camera if it's moving. See, Resident Evil 2, I move, camera stays still. God of War 3, I move, the camera moves. It's not fixed. Not that it's bad, it's just not fixed. Look, I'm not saying that modern cameras are bad, or that advancements haven't been made. I just think it's an aspect of game design that's stagnating a little bit. And it's an important aspect, because it's not just a virtual pane of glass, it's a storytelling mechanism. A gameplay mechanism. And more than that. And how are you supposed to be engaged in the story when this bullshit keeps happening? It's like watching a Michael Bay movie on a phone that's in a fucking blender. God damn it!